I'm 40.
What up? What up? What up? What's going on, scholars? How y'all feeling? We back for another installment of the Educated Brothers podcast. Thank y'all for coming through yet again.
Listen.
He's still on his stuff from Sean's still on his stuff from a couple weeks ago. We shot an episode.
Listen, I don't want y'all to think that I'm distracted.
He's very much. Put his money on the line, so I'll let it slide this time.
I'm currently in a fantasy football draft, so I'm a multitask at the beginning of this episode. But you see, I'm in my jet gear, full on jet gear. My
boy got the clean forces on his feet too, so he ain't coming to play. He ain't coming to play. Football season's right around the corner.
Baby.
Yo, Sean, how you feeling? Let's get you out the way, bro, because I don't know how much attention you're gonna be paying right now, because I know how serious these leagues can get. We gonna talk about the leagues because we in a couple of them. But how you feeling, brother?
Listen, I'm feeling good. You know, listen, I'm gonna get off football for 2 seconds. So some funny shit happened with work yesterday. If y'all don't know my position, if I haven't said it on other episodes, I am a regional manager, assistant to the regional.
That's assistant too.
But I'm a regional manager, regional director at one of my.
Dunder Mifflin. I know.
At my job. On top of that, I'm also the director of private duty nursing for the entire state. So, flex.
Yeah.
But so there's a lot of
flex. Yeah.
There's a lot of nonsense that I have to deal with on a daily basis. So. Yesterday, right at it's normal work days, 8:30 to 5 o'clock. We're off at 5. One of the other locations that I don't oversee decided to send a message at 6:05 p.m. yesterday. Yeah. Basically saying that they went into the system, saw an aide from one of my locations, and staffed them on the case without asking us. Okay. And sent the email like, hey, just letting you guys know we reached out to this aide. She said yes already. Just giving you guys a heads up. What you think I said to that email?
Probably no. I'm just going to go with no.
Not acceptable.
But you had to do it professionally, so you probably said something along the lines of like, at this moment, we can't really adhere to those requests. No?
My thing is, and that would have been good, but my thing is, after the 10th time of me selling the same type of email, because situations like this have happened with this same office prior.
So you hit that as per my last email.
So I'm like, not acceptable, exclamation point. This is something that's continuously happening, and I've spoken on this before, and I've coached you guys and telling you guys, if you guys want to use one of our aides, you just have to communicate with us first to see if we don't have plans with this aide.
Okay.
If you have done that, we would have told you we have something set up for this aide.
Yeah.
So to make matters worse, they were lying. The aide already had told us that she said no. So they wanted us to be like, okay, go ahead. So they would have went back to the aide and said that we said yes.
Yeah.
So it was nonsense. And then I went for the head.
Of course you did.
The last part of that email, I basically added someone who basically has the same position as me in other offices, who runs that office.
Okay.
I'm like, me and you have spoken on the side about this. In what world would you think this is okay? And are you coaching your team on what I asked you to do? Because if you are, this wouldn't have happened.
Are you listening or are you hearing me? Which one?
I don't think she was. And then she sent this very... Can you read? Can you read? So her last email, basically, the email she responded back to...
That drop, any of the 90s babies know. I know exactly what show it is. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Football head. Can't you read, mister? Can't you read? So that's when Oscar was trying to find his way home. Little boy was like, can't you read, mister? Can't you read?
Can't you read?
But to make shit worse.
My bad, son. Go ahead.
Good. To make shit worse, her response, she CC'd our boss on it. But I don't think she realized that she's making it worse for herself. Because I've said this literally 10 times.
Yeah.
So the fact that you still went ahead and did it, like, even if you thought my response to that original email was rude, I'm like, I keep telling you guys, talk to us first. I'm not saying...
It's a simple conversation.
That's it. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not going to say we're going to say no just because. I'm like, no, just let us know what's happening.
That's it. That's it.
So, but other than that,
you're doing pretty good.
yeah, other than that, I'm good. I had a good draft yesterday. We're in two leagues.
We gonna get into that.
We're in two leagues.
We gonna get into that because we only
like I said,
cool while the camera's on. Because as soon as this camera's off, I'm flipping them off.
No, they said you didn't come through last night because you was ducking Jelani. Shout out to
Jelani, aka Revenge Season. I seen his head. I seen the title of his team this year, bro.
He was giving Yum so much shit last night,
first of all, I already know. Nah, I actually couldn't go yesterday because work's been pretty good, bro.
Yeah.
I've been traveling a lot lately.
You was in Florida.
Yeah, I was in Florida Wednesday into Thursday. It was like a quick trip, yo, and Florida is just as you read in the newspapers, y'all. Like, I know we make jokes about Florida, but there's just things that happen down there that literally don't make sense. Like, bro, all right, so I'm down there. This is the first night I get there. The very first night. I go, get my rental car. I'm driving down the street. It's got to be like 11 o'clock because shout out, you know what? This is an all sarcastic shout out, but anybody who has been flying this summer is going to feel this sentiment. Yo, when I tell you F the airlines right now, yo, I'm 6 for 6 when it comes. Yo, I traveled 6 times this summer, mostly through work. 6 for 6 when it comes to delayed flights, bro. 6 for 6. It is terrible flying right now, bro. It's horrible.
I've taken 3 flights this summer and they've all been bad.
And I thought it was just United because that's mostly that I fly. Yo, I flew JetBlue, United. Yo, it's just the airlines, but I found out. This is around like the roughest time for like airlines in general.
Why is that?
There's a lot of layovers. There's a lot of new hires that they're trying to bring on, new pilots, new stewardess and things like that. So right now they won't tell you they're understaffed. So when you get those messages, like let's say you have a United app, because I got the app, and you get the text message and it says like sorry for the delay, and it gives you a reason. I was told 9 times out of 10 that's not the real thing. It's just they don't have the staff and they can't tell you that. So I've experienced it now twice. The person that actually gave me this information works for a prestigious transit company in New Jersey. You can do with that information what you will, but I won't name drop.
Okay.
But they know some pilots and they've been informed about like what's going on or whatever. So whenever you hear the pilot say stuff like, yo, I told you the nonsense that happened to me before where my plane had too much fuel in it, right?
What?
I didn't even know that was a thing, bro.
Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Was it going to leak out?
I told it to Ruben. So I was leaving from Cali and my flight was delayed because they said that the plane landed with too much fuel. So they had to defuel the plane to make sure it could fly. Now, some people have said to me when I told them, like, oh, maybe the plane is too heavy. Yeah. My question is, how the hell did the plane get here if it's too heavy? If it's too heavy to get here, it's too much air, it's too much fuel in the plane, and they brought the plane with too much fuel. How it fly here and now it's too heavy? It don't make sense, bro. They got to make it make sense. So then that's what it is. They're understaffed and they won't tell you.
So they make excuses.
Even the pilot, bro, this is how I know it's foolishness. The pilot got on the intercom while we getting ready to take off and was like, yeah, y'all, so we sorry for this delay. Apparently the plane had too much fuel. So we had to defuel it. I don't know what sense that makes, but we're getting ready to take off now, bro. If the pilot says that, I know that I'm on to something, bro.
Bullshit.
I'm on to something, son. Listen. But honestly, the flights have been cool. It's just when I'm on the flight now, I'm experiencing a lot of nonsense, bro.
Like
I'm on the flight back from Florida. And the flight was fine. Well, minus the kids who kept crying in the back. And kids on flights, when I have kids, bro, my future kids, I hope they see this episode. They're not getting on a plane with me until at least like 8, 9 years old. I'm not playing, crying kids and all that on the plane, This one little boy was kicking this dude's chair. The dude looked behind him. She was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Johnny, put your foot down." And he kept just going like this. The dude was getting pissed, but it's like, how mad can you get at a kid? But the parent ain't do nothing. I digress.
Man, fuck them kids. That would have been.
We land the plane,
like,
bro.
Johnny, you sit your ass.
Yo, we land the plane. Pilot goes, all right, seatbelts on, blah, blah, blah. We getting ready to get off. She goes, what do you mean you lost the lizard? I was like, what the hell is she talking about? So I look back, and this woman who sit like adjacent from me looks at me, and I'm like, nah, she just said she shook her head yes. She was like, what do you mean you lost the lizard that you bought on the plane? I said, hold up, wait a fucking minute. I know this little nigga ain't bring no like iguana or nothing on the plane. Yo, he caught, y'all, anybody who been to Florida, y'all know them little lizards that be running around? He caught one of those and bought it on the plane with him, bruh. Son, he lost the lizard on the plane. And you just see as soon as the plane lands, he's literally diving under seats to go find his lizard because it's one of them fast joints, bro. Yo, when I tell you this is nonsense.
This was coming back
This
home?
was coming back, bro. And, bro, I had a late flight. My flight landed at like 1:30 in the morning because of delays. And now I got to wait because a little kid lost a lizard. How you get a lizard onto the plane, bro?
That's a funny
You got to go through the damn detectors. You got to go through all the security. You got a lizard on the plane.
That's some funny shit. Yo, that.
Can't make this shit up, yo.
Listen.
But other than that, yeah, I'm good, son. But that's the only reason why, because I got home late, and then I had work first thing in the morning. I didn't even sleep good. Like, I didn't sleep good for like 2 straight days. Okay. So then to get to your spot, it was probably going to be like an hour to get back home after. It just wasn't going to be
an hour? It's like 40,
it's like 50 minutes,
40 minutes, bro.
It's like 50 minutes. See, the way you drive probably.
To the metal, man.
The way you drive, see, I care about my life. So I won't drive 120
like that.
up the parkway. I ain't doing that.
Through wall. Crash into a ditch. Just playing.
Just playing.
Listen, don't do that. But yo,
nah. But so that's why I couldn't attend yesterday. But first of all, let me tell you right now, I already know Jelani probably don't want to even say 2 words to me.
Because when he walked in, let me tell you.
Shout out to my boy Jelani though, son. It's all love, son.
Let me tell you how shit went down yesterday. So he walks in. He got there second. Steve, you know white people, they gotta be on time. So Steve got there at 6:55. I
was about to say he had to be there at like 7 o'clock.
Mind you, I told everybody to get there at 7. Steve got there at 6:55. I was still cleaning. I'm like, dog, what the fuck? So, because we're moving.
See, you should have told him 6:30. Or you should have told him 7:30. Then he'd have been there like 7:10. Yeah.
So he got there early. Jelani walked in like 5 minutes after Steve did. So he sat down. He's like, yo, who else coming? I'm like, well, one of your enemies ain't coming. Because you had already hit me up and said you're not going to make it. I was like, one of your enemies ain't coming. He's like, oh, don't worry about it. I knew the other one coming. So as soon as Yums walked in, Yums was like, what's good? Jelani put his hand down. He's like, nah, B. I'm like, yo, this shit's about to be real this season. This shit about to be real this season.
Yo, let me tell you something. It's all love. I know Jelani might not like me, but it's a one-way street. Because, like, I'm going to tell you, so, I don't have no beef, bro.
Let me tell y'all.
I don't have no beef.
Let me give y'all a brief summary of what happened before Dante tell his bias-ass version of it. So, if you play fantasy football, everybody basically got messed up with the whole DeMar Hamlin. Shout out DeMar Hamlin. Happy he's healthy.
Word up.
Being that he's healthy now, I can say this. You still a Bill, so I hope y'all fucking lose every game this year.
Well, see, that's not so bad. You just want them to lose. You don't want no harm, so that's fine. I don't want his downfall
as a person.
That's
fucked up.
Yeah.
But, so when DeMar Hamlin had his incident, it fucked everybody up. Outside of the 2 leagues that me and Dante were in, I had other leagues where I could have either won some money or won the championship, but I had players from that game, and I wasn't gonna be able to catch them, and if I did, it would have had to be like a crazy outcome to happen. So in those leagues, I understand why I finished the places I was, but in Dante's situation. Him and Jelani were in a championship game against each other, and it was a close ass score. So literally, what were y'all separated by, like 3 points?
It was something like that, like 3 or 4 points.
So anything could happen because Jelani had Josh Allen playing, and you had.
I had a receiver. I can't remember which one.
Was it T. Higgins?
No, it wasn't T. Higgins. It was somebody from the. It was somebody from the Bengals. I can't remember who though. It was definitely a receiver. It might have been from the. Either way, it was a receiver. I remember that. It was definitely a receiver.
But so they both had 2 people playing, but since Jelani had a quarterback playing, he stood to make more points. So to not be like, I was going to win because I had a quarterback playing. Dante and Jelani had agreed to just split the winnings. They agreed to this shit. But then Yums jumps in the group chat and goes, nah, after conversations with my daughter. Mind you, Yums' daughter just turned 2 recently, so at the time she was still 1. So he goes, after conversations with my daughter, we decided to name Dante the winner. Dante, evil ass, didn't fight it. He's like, oh, well, the commissioner said so.
You heard, commish? It's like if your parents tell you that you can't, let's say we use siblings, and our dad said, nah, Sean, you can't go out. Dante, you are more than welcome to go. Oh, damn, Sean, you can't go outside. Shit, that sucks. I hope you enjoy the inside. I'm going to be outside with our friends, and I'll tell them that you can't make it. Ew. Dad said, hey, you want to be mad at anybody, be mad at Dad. Dad the one that said you can't go out.
Bruh,
I was cool, but Commish said, hey. So, yeah, I understand why Jelani don't like me very much. I completely understand it. It's understandable. That's still my dog. Like, I don't got no beef. The beef is one-way street. Like I said, I'm cool.
That man, And the crazy part is, even worse outcome of the scenario is no one peeped. So we collectively all in the same 2 leagues. There's just 2 different people in each league.
Mm-hmm.
So only one time, I'm going to go a little bit. There's only been one time that somebody won both of those leagues collectively. This guy.
That's before anybody took it seriously.
Don't do that.
Yeah, that's
don't
what
do that.
we was just playing around, seeing what this looked like.
That was literally 5 years ago.
Yeah, we was just playing around.
Don't let this man tell you.
We had never done fantasy football before. It was our first year ever.
Mind you, we've been in this league for almost fucking 15 years now.
It's been 13.
Has it?
It's been since 2010. At least that's what mine say.
Because remember, we started off on a different site.
Now, then maybe it's earlier.
Remember, the first one we did was NFL.com. That was like 2009, dog.
Nah, but you always did Yahoo. Drew always did NFL.com.
Yeah, but no. The first year wasn't always Yahoo, was
I feel like you always did Yahoo.
So it's been 14, 13 years?
It's been like 13 years.
I'll take that. Hold on, let me pick a defense.
Well, while he's picking his defense,
No, so hold on, I'm dead. So, I'm back. So, the fucked up part is, had they agreed to it, Jelani would have been somewhat undisputed because he won my league.
Yeah.
So it was like, damn, bro. Like, so you took that out of his hands.
But see, what would have happened was we would have shared it, and then it would have been another argument of who's really undisputed. Because then y'all wouldn't have said, get over that.
I would have given it to him.
You would not have, because then you would have had.
Still be in a position of winning.
That's crazy.
I'm not,
because it's not a real championship.
Listen. When it comes to fantasy,
that's a bubble championship.
When it comes to sports, I'm very petty, but I'm not a petty person at heart. That was a scenario that none of us have been in.
You're petty at heart.
Am I?
Yeah.
Explain.
You know how I know you're petty at heart?
How?
Because you entertain nonsense. That's what petty people do.
In what sense?
In what sense? All I'm going to do is Army and Newark. That whole conversation, we've brought that up on many episodes.
That's not being petty.
Yes, it is.
That's just me not wanting people.
You knew she was wrong. And you entertained it. That's petty,
There's
son.
a difference between being petty and not wanting my people to be dumb. That was some stupid shit she said. So I didn't want her to be. I didn't want her to go out like that. Because I'm like, if she goes
next episode, I promise I'll think of the next time you were being petty.
Because if she
goes
to the wrong place and say that shit out loud, somebody gonna be like, this bitch got dropped on her head.
And you think from that one conversation with you is automatically going to change the way she thinks?
She'll always, if you scold somebody when they're being dumb, that's why I sent that email. They'll never fuck up again.
Scolding only works if they understand why they're being scolded. If you yell at a child for no reason, they're gonna still do it anyway. I promise you.
Just a quick reminder: this girl said the hoodlums of Newark, New Jersey could stand and go fight against the American military. She said if the American military went to war with Newark would win.
One little city. And Newark is a pretty big city. Don't get me wrong. Not a little city. But, against the whole army of the world, Craig.
Nigga, Newark has what? Barely over... Is it over 1 million residents? No, right?
I would be comfortable saying yes just because of how populated of a city it is, but I don't think
it's
so.
over. I don't think it's over 1 million, but I think it might be close to it.
Might be close.
There's over 300,000 active serving members of the United States military. This girl said they're going to win.
Son,
listen, let's not get off topic of that stupid shit.
You the one that wanted to listen. All I'm saying is, yes. You know what it is? It's in my nature in terms of competitiveness. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to not be competitive. Like, even my girl said something. Like, we was watching a show the other day, and Amazing Race. Yeah. And she was saying that anytime that we are doing anything competitive, I don't know how to act. So the dude, he was getting not mad, but they were working together. And she's like, see, when we have competitions, you could talk to me like that. And I was like, well, yeah, if we're not competing against each other, I would gladly talk to you with some patience because we're on the same team. I got to win.
We talking breezy.
But the thing is, let's say we go bowling, bro. Uh-huh. It always starts off with me chilling. This is how my competitiveness works. I chill when I realize it's a friendly outing, if we just chilling. My competitive spirit kicks in the moment you start talking shit. Because now we're not playing anymore, and now you're igniting the competitive spirit. So I'll give my girl the first 3 frames of bowling. Uh-huh. But then she starts turning around like, oh, what's going on? Oh, what's happening? See, now I got to turn up. And then I'm the bad guy because it's like, Dag, you didn't have to do it like that. Well, I was trying to just be chill, but you wanted to sit there and let out the bear out the cage, son. So yeah, when it came to that situation, bro, I I know I was wrong.
Yeah.
Do I sleep like a baby? Absolutely. I know I was wrong. But what I'm going to do, beat myself up over it?
Nah, not at
It
all.
was fantasy football.
It was
Jelani, I'm sorry,
there
brother.
was a lot of money on the line,
I'm
too.
sorry.
There was a lot of money on the line.
But between...
Let the people know how much money you won because of that situation.
Look at me. Look at me.
Look at me.
One damn near, what was that, like $800-900?
Yeah.
And those of you that play fantasy football know just how stressful it is all season long. So, I'm telling you, when you get to the doorstep and, like, I don't have to, like, I didn't necessarily, like, I said we could, but the commission said we don't have to. And I've been stressing all year. And you won the other league.
Yeah. I think
I'm sorry, bro.
Listen,
he won the other league, so it wasn't like
even with all the jokes I made, I understood it because I'm like, that's a lot of money on the line. And I think if the commissioner would have said some shit like that to me, I would have been like, oh, it's out my hands.
Listen, and that's what I'm saying. Like, granted, and that's what I'm saying. I'll apologize to Jelani. I'm comfortable being wrong. I actually acknowledge being wrong. But I'm not going to beat myself up over it. Nope. And I understand how that makes me sound. And I'm okay with that, too. Listen, I really am.
Listen, when that was a scenario that hopefully we never have to go through again.
But if it does happen again, well, that just means we learned from the last time that we need to have a serious talk about it and not just leave it in one person's hands. Maybe you get others in the league get involved because we're all technically general managers. That's fine.
Realistically, it should have been up to a vote.
I would have been fine with that.
You know what? I'm gonna put that in the chat right now, just in case. You never know.
See, every episode, the more you know. Now we know for next time.
So I'm gonna put in the group chat for both leagues. Like, hey, if some shit like that happens again, we got to vote on it.
We have no choice.
We got to vote on it.
We have no choice.
So, but
this year's a different year. This year, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good.
How you feeling about your teams?
I'm even looking at my teams right now. Like, I'm feeling pretty good. Like, I can't lie. I'm feeling better about your league than Yum's league, though. And I don't know why, but I felt like this last year, and then I ended up doing better in Yum's league because your league cheats. So there's that.
Oh my god! let me tell you why they say my league cheats, because this is why the NBA is getting soft. It's the same mindset because everybody just want to see fucking high ass numbers. So since I have my settings set to fucking standard settings and nothing crazy.
Oh, what a conservatist.
Get the
aren't you a liberal? Come on. Change is good.
I'm a progressive, first of all. But anyway, since I don't have my point system set to just show these crazy ass outlandish numbers, they constantly complain about it. I'm like, it's the same
The
shit.
final score would be like 10-5, bro.
Realistically, the final score in my league probably be like 100 to like 99.
I'd say like, and then on average.
In Yum's league,
the average score is like 130.
Yum's league is 2 quarterbacks, so his league would be like 250 to fucking 190.
That joint is rough.
This shit is crazy.
So since we talking fantasy, this we didn't even title this episode, which is fine. Y'all gonna know now. This is another one of our, what we like to call shoot the shits. Shoot it. We just like to have fun on these kind of episodes where we just talk about, what's going on. We had some, we won't speak on that. I was going to bring up guests and all that, but we ain't gonna do that. What we gonna do is talk about.
They'll be back.
Yeah, we ain't worried about that because we got some lineups coming up for y'all and some collabs coming up. Yep. You already know Bravery Studios. We already shout y'all out always. But when it comes to fantasy football this year, in terms of teams, how are you feeling about yours? Because you asked me about mine. How are you feeling about your teams? And then I want to ask you a question about an overall.
So I'm looking right now. Mm-hmm. I'm in 5 leagues this year.
Goodness gracious.
That's not. I told you last year.
The way my anxiety set up, bro.
Last year I did 8. I just literally sit here and think about it because I'm like, am I missing one of my drafts? But
a 1 in 5 chance is better than a 1 in 2 chance. So I understand.
Like, my thing is, and people ask me why do I do so many leagues? Because if you get in my car, what am I listening to? Sports radio.
That's it.
All I do is look up football shit. Football is my life. If I didn't work the job that I have, I'd probably be doing something that's football related. So my thing is, I know what I'm doing. It can be lucrative if you win. And since most leagues, you're not really shelling off that much money, the return is greater than what you're really risking.
Yeah, that's true.
I have no problem doing that. And like I said, they'll be mad. And I'm going to show them this shit because I don't care. There's one league that I do every year because I know I'm going to win it. I literally take their money every year. And It's crazy to say.
But stop you.
Yeah,
if that's the case, stop you.
Stop me. Because I've either collectively in this league, I've been in this league for 5 years now. I've either finished first or second. Every time. And so it's like, if you don't like what's happening, do something about it.
That's it.
So
draft better. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
And I'm not being cocky because I know there's other people good. Like the leagues that we in, I haven't won either of them since I won Undisputed.
Well, I wouldn't know that feeling, actually. Within the past 5 years, I've won 2 times.
Nice.
So I don't know that feeling.
Which did I win my league or Yum's league 1 year? Or
I
3
wouldn't
years
know.
ago?
I won both. Actually, I won your league once and won Yum's the other.
I might
think
be
about it.
No, realistically, I'm thinking because I don't remember, but I might be on a 5-year hiatus. I haven't won in a minute.
Damn.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's definitely been 2 times. No, I lied. 2 times in 4 years.
Yeah. I placed.
Yeah.
I've come second and third a lot, but I haven't won it in a while. And shit happens. But my thing is that's still good because you're doing this shit every year, and there's usually 10 or 12 teams in these leagues. So to get top 3 consistently,
that's still dope. Yeah,
you gotta know what you're doing.
Yeah,
so,
that's true. Because you do go to the playoffs every year. I feel it's just
At least
I feel like you might have missed it once.
And I understand it because as we get older, you get busy, you might miss some shit.
Yeah.
So that's why it's not good to do those many leagues if you don't have the time to do it. But I create time to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm good off that.
If you create it, that's different.
So that's why I didn't do as many leagues this year. And on top of that, people just up and decided not to invite me back to the leagues. I told you I had that happen to me 1 year.
Oh, and that was right after the year that you won. Yeah. You won that league, and they didn't invite you back or something like that.
I won it. Mm-hmm. So what happened was the league started.
Yeah.
I told the dude who asked me to join the league, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna pay you the second week. Mm-hmm. He was cool with it. I get into a bad. Remember, I crashed my car.
I remember this. Yeah.
So I get into a bad car accident. I hit old boy up. I'm like, yo, I hate to have to do this, but since I have to put my money towards that car, I can't afford to be in this league. I don't know if you want to take this team over and just run it, or you could just give everybody else my players, but I can't afford it. He was like, do you think by the end of the season you'll have the money? I'm like, most definitely I would. But I know you have a deadline. He's like, yo, don't worry about it. Give it to me when you can. Cool. I'm thinking we're good.
You should have thought that.
I'm thinking we're good.
Because I would have too.
So fuck around. I end up winning that league, and they tried to hold the money from me.
Oh, because they said you didn't give it. It's like, yo, but I'm about to get it back anyway, so what difference does it make?
He asked me would I have it at the end of the season. So right when the playoffs started is when I got it.
Yeah.
So I gave it to him when the playoffs started. But at that point, my team was undefeated. So they were like, oh, you only gave it because you were undefeated. I'm like, no, me and him talked about this shit. That is not my fault that him as the commissioner didn't say anything to you guys. He didn't say anything. They literally held my money for 2 months after I won. I was like...
Who's they?
You don't know them, so I ain't gonna put their names out.
No. I'm not saying they like that. I'm saying like, so there was no pot where the money was. It was just collectively still people had to give the money.
I say they because I know for a fact some of them were holding their money because I was because I gave mine late. So the commissioner was trying to present it in a way like, yo, they're not giving it to me because they feel like you cheated. I'm like, what?
But then for me, I'm fighting back. Like, so it's cool if I don't give my money.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not cool if I don't give my money, but they didn't do it neither. So what difference does it make? If I won, they didn't give their money either.
I never stuck on that point because I felt like the commissioner was only saying that to protect himself because he probably had it already and he probably felt weird because I watched everybody.
That makes way more sense. That makes way more sense.
There was no one in every week. There was no one within 50 points of me. I was destroying these things.
Invite me to that? Oh, no, you can't even get invited to that. I
haven't been invited back to it. And like that's why
it sounds like they don't know how to draft. And that sounds like
that's what it is.
It sounds like they name draft over there.
Some people become fanboys. Now, word of advice. If you're in fantasy football and you're a fan of a team, I'm here. If you're a fan of a team, do not draft based off of your fandom.
Please don't.
It's not smart to do that.
Everyone had to learn the hard way. I did.
The best thing for you to do is just draft off of best available. If you know someone is available and they're really fucking good, draft that player. Don't be like, oh man, I already have this position. Oh man, he plays for the fucking Patriots. I'm just making an example because I hate the Patriots. If imagine we'll go back in the day. If I saw Tom Brady sitting there and I needed a quarterback, I'm drafting Tom Brady. Like,
would you though?
I did that. Last year I won. I had fucking him and Gronk as my star players.
I know that's saying something. You should have liked him this whole time. Is what that's saying.
I mean, no, fuck him still, but like, it's money. Like, I don't know these motherfuckers personally. I'm not about to be like, no, I'll never draft anybody that plays for the AFC East. Shit, Josh Allen is 2 of my starting quarterbacks in 2 of my leagues,
which is a smart move.
Yeah, so I'm like, nah, we good, but. A lot of people get wrapped up into that. So the stupid mistake I see every year in every one of my leagues, it just happened in the league I was just drafted in. There's this Giants fan. First round, there's still hella players available. This man took Saquon Barkley with the 5th pick.
The 5th pick?
5th.
Like this was the actual NFL draft. The 5th pick.
You know, like I mean, you might as well throw it was the actual NFL draft.
I can't even get my words together because
that's not smart.
That's what I was about to say. Like the way I'm thinking of it, half PPR or full PPR, it doesn't matter. Like they're not throwing him the ball. Number one, and number two, he gets injured.
PPR aside, this is a 2 quarterback league at that. You took Saquon first,
and I'm sure there were quarterbacks to pick first.
All of them, because.
See, people like this make me want to play in your leagues, bro. Because that don't make no sense, bro.
Here's what we all fucked up.
That's easy money right there. So, you play him. I bet you his quarterback is terrible.
Word of advice. Another word of advice. If you're in a 2 quarterback league, go quarterback first. Get it out the way.
Just do it. There ain't no other thing to think about.
It's going to be players there. Get it out the way. Because realistically, there's 15 good quarterbacks in the NFL. Obviously, there's 32 starters, but realistically,
who's going to put up numbers is what you need.
5 of those 32 are going to be fucking bad.
Yes.
So you got to go quarterback early in a 2 quarterback league. You just got to do it. To go running back first, and then to go subpar running back first, then twist it. Saquon can be that man.
If this was 18-19 Barkley, cool. We talking fresh off the injury.
Yeah, he had a good season last year.
Bro, let me tell you something. That contract that he signed, he's not happy with that contract, bro. I'm telling you, he's probably going to try to turn this into a year where he's like really doing some shit, but he is not going to be happy with that contract. It's going to go left or right. It can go either which way, yo.
Am I saying Saquon's...
It's a volatile situation.
Am I saying Saquon's going to have a bad season? Absolutely not.
Nah.
But am I saying he's worthy of drafting as your first choice? That is a mistake.
Now, granted, if he lined up at quarterback, then by all means.
I don't give a fuck if it was a 1 quarterback league. If it was a PPR league, didn't matter. To take Saquon that early was nuts. Bruh, fucking, what's his face? Dalvin Cook was still on the board. Who's the other running backs that's going to be really good? I took McCaffrey first, so he was off.
Yeah, of course. Hall, would you consider your boy?
Derrick Henry was still on the board. He took Saquon before fucking Derrick Henry, dog.
You mean the focal point of the offense of the Tennessee Titans? They didn't even pick him up? Hey, we all make choices. One thing I learned about being an adult, we always make choices. Sometimes those choices don't lead us to what we thought it would. However, you got to live with those choices at the end of the day.
I want to ask you.
What's up?
How many fantasy leagues you're in? Just the 2?
I'm in 2. And just the 2? Yep.
Each league, what do you think you're going to finish? And I don't need, like, if you're going to win or not. I just need to know what you think your regular season finish is going to be.
My regular season numbers, what is it, 17 games?
No. For fantasy, remember, the playoffs are going to start week 14.
Yeah, 14, 15, 16. So it's like out of 14 games, essentially. Out of 13 games.
13 games.
In Drew's league, I'm probably going to be... I'm comfortable saying I'm going to be probably like 5th. In your league, I'm comfortable saying probably like 3rd. The only reason why I won't say 1st, and I could say 1st, is because I see a lot of what ifs on my team that I feel like might be variables for the season. So Yum League, Drew League, I'm comfortable saying like 5th. Don't mean I won't go to the playoffs and win this whole thing. But 5th, I say like Yum League, I say like maybe 9 and 5. For 9 and 4, that makes 13. Yeah, like 9 and 4. I say your league probably like 11 and 2. No, like 10 and 3.
Okay,
like 10 and 3. It's gonna be around those for both.
I think I'm going to be right in the middle.
Because my bye weeks, the way they line up this year, I'm definitely taking at least 2 L's that I could think of in both leagues.
Okay, I think I'm going to finish right around the area you in Yum's league.
Okay,
I'm scared as hell in my league.
Yo, your league is competitive this year, bro.
I'm scared as hell in my league because I have a decent team, but
let's see your team. Go ahead.
I'm very weak at running back. My running backs could be better.
We're going to run off names. We got a little bit of time left. We're going to run off names.
And listen, as he runs off names, in me saying I'm weak in running back, I'm not trying to say that the players that he's about to name were like ass or anything. It's just that they're both of my starting running backs are going to be splitting carries with other running backs. Both of them.
Yeah, that's my situation in Yum's league. That's why I said I feel more confident in yours.
They're not, so which means if they don't take advantage of the small carries, then it's going to put me in a really hard bind. I'll tell you guys who in the league I think I'm going to do subpar in. My starting running backs.
This is your league, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
My starting running backs are Breece Hall, David Montgomery, and Cam Akers. Now, I got Harris from the Bills that they got from New England on my bench. I also picked up Kareem Hunt earlier.
I saw that.
Now,
that's a wild card pick, but everybody does it every year because you never know, bro. We've played this enough to know.
He's not on the team yet.
Week 7, week 8 roll around. People start getting injured. It's getting cold. They need players.
And he coming fresh. Kareem Hunt's still good. I think that's what people miss out on.
I think he just needs a better situation.
I did the same thing in Yum's league. I drafted Jonathan Taylor. Not early, but I drafted him.
I saw that too.
And everybody was like,
why would you do that?
Understand, but probably not that early. I'm like, yeah, he's not playing the first month of the season. But when he touches down, and if they ended up trading him into a good situation,
we've played this enough to know you can start off 0-5 and still win this year.
Wasn't that you?
Yes.
Dante started off 0-5 one year and won that bitch.
That was the first time I won. I started off 0-5 and won I run the next 8 games all the way into the playoffs. Won the whole thing.
Last year I started off 3-6. I got into the I snuck into the playoffs and I third place.
Third place.
So. You can.
This
get
joint is crazy, bro.
It's crazy as hell.
Because I'll read off my and this is why I feel confident in your league. My running backs are Ramondre Stevenson, Javonte Williams from the Broncos. I got Alvin Kamara. That's like I picked him up later on because he's suspended for a little bit, but he's coming back. And then I got Brian Robinson. So my running backs are decent-ish to put up a good amount of points based on their usage. My wide receivers though, I like them too. That's why I'm saying I'm feeling confident in your league, but there's just, I got A.J. Brown. Jalen Hurts has games where he throw 500 yards, 6 touchdowns. Then he got games where he throw 100 yards, but he rushed for 200 yards. So I don't know, man. There's a lot of variables this year.
Fantasy about to be nuts, but I'll leave it with this before we head out of here. So I did the draft I was doing. Big Pooh's in the league with me.
Shout out Big Pooh.
Shout out Big Pooh. So this is her first year doing fantasy football. She just proceeded to draft a bomb squad. Fucking bomb squad. I dropped a bomb on them. she a bomb squad, right? I'm looking at the projection of how much she's gonna beat me because she's also my opponent first week.
That's got to be great for the household.
NFL.com is telling me that she's projected to beat me by 42 points.
Damn.
Listen, I helped her. I didn't help her. I didn't help her with the players to pick. I helped her how to strategize on how to pick them, and she ran with that shit.
Is Grace competitive?
Very.
Oh,
that's why when you were saying
wait.
what you were saying about Fairly, yo,
if she beats you, bro, she about to be talking crazy.
If we go to like an arcade and play like Pop Shot,
yeah.
If she beat me, yo, you and we was together,
yeah,
greasy. I'm looking up. I remember the first time she did that shit to me. I had to dial it back because I'm like, what the fuck is she talking to? Like,
yo, but son, don't that make date night fun though, son? Because like, I don't want to go and have like nah, bro, I like that competition shit.
And
son.
then I can get her other ways, but I can't. I'm being real. I cannot beat her in Pop Shot, bro. She be kicking my ass now.
Damn, you better go practice, bro.
Nah, I just take it out on her in bowling.
Nah, because that's because you be throwing the ball like this.
I mean, one-handing it, so I put my power behind it.
Nah, bro, I don't know. That's just my competitive spirit. Yeah. I like. You know what it also is? It's dope when your partner like pushes you.
Yeah.
So it's like, it could be a leisure activity, but it's like, I like, competing, so it makes it a little bit more fun.
It does make it fun. Yeah. But it's not good.
A little competition is good for the
I forgot the name of the diagnosis they called it, but I sweat too much. So it's not good when it's that competitive because then I come up with the shirt drenched. Yeah. But
that's summer school years, but we ain't gonna talk. That's a whole other story for another day, y'all.
But listen, we got a lot more coming for y'all this season, man.
Yes, sir.
Season 2, we got a couple more episodes left for season 2 before we call it a wrap for the season. Listen, D,
what up, though?
It's a pleasure as always, bruh.
Of course.
Anything else you want to say to the folks before we head up out of here?
Always remember, life, love, and the pursuit of happiness. Those are the keys.
Listen, don't do school, stay in milk, drink your drugs.
Well, on that note, no talent beats.
Play us out,
Play us out, brother. Because I'm just sitting here like, what?
No talent beats.